Wiper Patriotic Front will present a candidate for Kasipul Kabondo. Kasipul, I beg your pardon. This will be Kasipul Kabondo, Kasipul. And I will go to campaign anywhere in Luo Nyanza because these are my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel strongly that this is one of the best decisions that Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has made. Now, on this particular channel, I want to look at the motivation behind his decision making, that he's going to field a candidate at Kasipul, and also the objectives that he wants to achieve at the end of the by-election. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. Let me dive into that much wasting of time. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the motivation behind Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's decision making? Number one, it is because of his history with Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga, he knows very well that if there's somebody that he owes a lot, it is Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka supported him in 2013, where he decided, despite being the vice president under Moi Kibaki's time, he decided to deputize Raila Amolo Odinga under the new constitution, now as the deputy president. As if that was not enough, when they formed NASA in 2017, still Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka gave up, actually shelved his ambitions and decided to support Raila Amolo Odinga once again. They did not win in 2013 and they did not win in 2017. From a normal human being perspective, you can say that Kalonzo Musyoka probably was supposed to be tired and say, no, I have supported you enough, and honestly, you're not winning. It's like people don't want you. Now, try me this time around. But shockingly, in 2022, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka again decided to support Raila Amolo Odinga for the third time.
Mimi nilikuwa nikidhani Raila atasema safari hii Kalonzo tosha. Lakini sikiza kwa roho safi wa Kenya nasema Raila Odinga tosha mara ya tatu.
And this time around he was not the deputy, but even went further lower by accepting to be the chief cabinet secretary in case they won an election. Ladies and gentlemen, up to that point, the history between him and Raila Amolo Odinga, it is enough to motivate him to decide to field a candidate at Kasipul. And I feel strongly that if there's something that Raila Amolo Odinga needs to do, it's even to stop fielding the ODM candidate and let it be the Kalonzo's time. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Kalonzo Musyoka's way of operation in terms of politics, we can see very well that he does not abuse people. He is very respectable. This gentleman ensures that he always speaks the language that people can love. Now, when it comes to Raila Amolo Odinga, he has never attacked him. When he speaks of Raila Amolo Odinga, he does that with a lot of respect. This kind of a history and the way he conducts himself gives him a good platform to enter into Luo Nyanza and ask for support, because he has never been against the Baba, but instead he has supported him. Apart from that, he has also kept the respect that he has never abused Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, also if you check very well, Kalonzo Musyoka has been in opposition all through. When they went with Raila Amolo Odinga back in 2013, they lost, and what happened after that? They came to 2017. And in 2017, ladies and gentlemen, what happened is that despite Kalonzo Musyoka being as a joint ticket with Raila Amolo Odinga, Raila Amolo Odinga got into a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta and left Kalonzo Musyoka kwa mataa. As if that was not enough, again they went to 2022 together, and in 2022, after they had lost the election, Raila Amolo Odinga got into a handshake in form of a broad-based government with William Ruto. But Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka maintained his consistency by being in opposition. And regardless of Raila Amolo Odinga disappointing him, he has not lost his temper or maybe his respect for Raila Amolo Odinga. So therefore, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has that platform, has that base to start from when it comes to the Luo Nyanza politics. And I feel this history now makes him be the person best fit from the opposition side to field a candidate in Kasipul. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what could be some of the objectives that Kalonzo Musyoka is targeting to achieve? Because one thing you have to agree is this. In politics, nothing happens out of just mere coincidence. There's always a well-laid plan to achieve a certain objective. So as we speak today, I know Kalonzo Musyoka has an objective. Number one objective he's going to achieve is this: build himself for 2027. If Kalonzo Musyoka comes with his Wiper Patriotic Front party from the Ukambani region, then get into Luo Nyanza, banked that seat. There are some bonga points that you will be able to gain. And as a result, people can see him now as a potential candidate for 2027. Because if he beats Ruto and Raila Odinga with the ODM and UDA party in Luo Nyanza, then that means Kalonzo Musyoka is a strong candidate. So when he decided to go to that kasipul Kabondo by-election and compete seriously, then that is one of the ways to actually build himself. And I'm very sure that even if he does not win the seat, already shall have proven beyond reasonable doubt that he's able to face the storm, especially political calculations within his opponent's backyard. Another thing I want to say is this. Kalonzo Musyoka wants to expand the Wiper Party. Wiper Patriotic Front was rebranded recently. And for a party to win a president, some seat, big seat like the presidency, it needs to be national. Go to various parts of this country. Participate in by-elections. Build the name, rebrand it. And that is the best thing that he did. By going with the Wiper Patriotic Front in Kasipul, it's a clear indication that he wants to make the Wiper Party bigger and bigger. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, he's also planning to ensure that at least he has gauged himself using this platform of Kasipul by-election. Gauging himself in the sense that he wants to see, in case it comes 2027, and he banks on Luo Nyanza, if he goes there, what is the reception first of all? How will people perceive him? Which support, what kind of a support will he get? What is he expected to improve on to ensure at least he has gotten the seat or maybe votes from the Luo Nyanza region? So when Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka decides to get into the Kasipul by-election, it is basically to build himself, to also actually gauge the support that he can be able to get. Because one thing we know that if he gets the flag bearer position within the opposition side, Luo Nyanza will be one of the areas to consider. You will say, I have 2.5 million votes from Ukambani. Luo Nyanza, because of my history, there's a soft spot for me in that region. And as a result, he can even have probably 3 million now strong, or he made 3.5 to start with. So therefore, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is smart enough to have actually decided to get into the by-election at Kasipul. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this is basically preparing himself to do one simple thing, to negotiate for his position as a flag bearer in the opposition side. Kalonzo Musyoka is among the most experienced leaders that we have in opposition. And if he's able to win the seat or maybe compete favorably and attract huge numbers for the candidate that he's going to support in Kasipul, he will have a statement to make that have support across the country. And that is it's one of the factors that can be considered at the table when they're going to discuss on who is best to go and become the flag bearer in the opposition. Ladies and gentlemen, so therefore, Kalonzo Musyoka is using this platform to ensure that he has gotten that picture that is going to help him negotiate at the table for the flag bearer position. And that is okay with him, because I feel if he wins that seat, he has higher chances of really becoming the flag bearer within the opposition side. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, it is also a way for Kalonzo Musyoka to add the numbers to his side. One of the best things in the country is to have members of parliament. So if Kalonzo banks that seat, he increases the number of members of parliament that he'll be having as a Wiper Patriotic Front within parliament. I don't know what is your take, but those are the objectives I was able to note from Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's decision to get into the by-election at Kasipul. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mugwa.